Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me again for a tarot read. We're going to do another general read here, guys. So this will be for all of you. And we'll see what message needs to come forward from the universe. What you guys need to hear most. So Spirit, what does the collective need to hear most today? What's the most important message for them that needs to come forward? You got a few that want to come out right away. Oh, fork in the road. Interesting. Definitely a decision that needs to be made. Chop wood. Round and round. Deep knowing. It's interesting. That chop wood card, that's a lot about you kind of done everything that you needed to do to set things up. And now it's like waiting for the opportunity to come to you. Waiting for other things to sort themselves out. Round and round. Whatever this is, and it does say like co-create, so I'm not sure if this is a relationship that you've put a lot of time and put a lot of effort into and don't really feel like it's getting anywhere, or don't feel like the other half is putting in as much work as you are. The fork in the road always tells me a turning point though, so I'm not sure if you've offered up sort of a bit of a fork in the road for this person and just sort of laid it out there and been like, this is what it is. This is what I need from you. If I can't get this from you, then you know where the door is. And if you're wanting to step up, then there's space for you here. With serendipity too, I keep getting this feeling of, it's kind of like it'll be what it'll be, or if it's meant to be, it'll come around. I get like a having faith. And I do get a very positive vibe from that card too. Very positive vibe from that card. Symphony. Clean it up. See, that clean it up is part of the chop wood, is part of the fork in the road too. It's like that getting rid of toxicity or getting rid of things that weren't working. And this might have been a dynamic between the two of you. You were the one putting in the work, not getting nothing back. And you're just sick of that. That's not a cycle that we're going to do anymore. We're not going round and round anymore. This is the way things are. This is what I need from any other energy in my life, and I'm not going to settle for less. Yeah, it's like time to let go of whatever this is. Like, you've done what you can do. You've put it out there what you need. Part of it is kind of up to this person to figure out or to come back the way that they need to come back. I find it really interesting that we had serendipity and the fates coming forward, as well as this unfinished symphony. It tells me the situation's not quite done yet, and it tells me that there's more happening behind the scenes than perhaps you're aware of. And mending. That Y card, I get told that actually belongs to this other person. And like, this is part of you stepping back and allowing them some time. It's like they kind of got to think things over. They got to start asking themselves why. They got to start asking themselves some pretty important questions about maybe why things have not gone good in your guys' relationship, or why it's taken a bit of a negative turn. See, it's like you've done your part. You've done your part by setting the boundaries. You've done your part by speaking your truth, right? You've cut out any opportunity for negative things to grow and fester, and you've set the groundwork for a positive relationship. But this person has to do the other part of that, right? You've got a loyal heart right next to soulmates. So there's love here. There's love between you and whoever this person is. There is connection. It's like this person's got to figure something out, though. This person's got to figure something out for themselves. To be fair, the scales are not balanced. This person doesn't like not having you in their life either. I keep getting told that with the C card, I feel a heavy loneliness from not having you in their life. But something has to get balanced out. That's why To Be Fair came forward too. Spirit, can you give me a few more for that before we go to tarot? Flexible. Something's not fair to you. Something in this relationship that's going on between the two of you, it's not fair to you. It causes chaos and conflict for you. It causes a rough time for you. And I keep getting that, like, in the past, you've been the one who's had to bend to it all. You've been the one who has to do the work. You've been the one who's had to compromise. You've been the one who's had to accept certain things. Spirit, can you please clarify these other two cards here before we get going? Message in a bottle. Blessed. Treasure Island. See, and that's why I felt so many good vibes coming from that serendipity. Like, this person genuinely cares about you. Whoever this person is, they are a loyal heart. You guys, in some way, shape, or form, are soulmates. You have a soul bond. But this is a learning they have to do for themselves. They have to understand that they need to have you in their life. Like, how important you are. And they had to figure out that what they were doing, or what they were asking from you, was unfair. They were asking too much of you. Even in the never-ending story, I feel it too, like this person's stressed out over not having you in their life, or you won't want to talk to them or see them again. That's not what they want. They don't want that, but they needed a wake-up call. They need to start reflecting on themselves and asking, were they being unfair? What were they doing with their behavior? What were they asking of you? So whatever you brought to light here was absolutely the right thing to do. This person needed that. This relationship needed a shake-up. Otherwise, it was just going to degrade because it was wearing on you. It was very one-sided. I got told the term one-sided. Spirit, what tarot deck? That guy, hey? I haven't done that guy in a little while. It's the little nature deck. Is the one Spirit wants to use for your read. So, Spirit, can you please clarify? Just read for the collective. What's going on in here? What's this one-sided relationship all about? Six of Cups. Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's those cycles, right? The cycles from the past. I think you brought the cycle up. Like you laid it out like logical. Like if you look back in time, this happened at this point, and then all these little steps led to it happening again, and then we went through it again, and it just goes round and round and round, and nothing ever changes. Two of Swords. They were not ready to hear it when you brought it forward either. They were not ready to hear that kind of a truth. They were not emotionally prepared for it or mentally prepared for it either. But I'll tell you, it put an end to the way things were because you were calling it out for what it was and you were making your stand. So whatever choice this person has made or will make, you are choosing to not let that happen again. So you are choosing to bring cycles to an end. So like I said, one way or another, it is changed because you're not going back to the way things were. Five of Cups. I don't know that they really realize how much all of it hurt you. Everything that was going on, like really the extent of how much it hurt your feelings, how much you lost sleep over it, how many tears you cried. But you had to be able to speak your truth. Otherwise, you would, like what was left for you, it would have just been sitting in that cycle, getting sadder, getting more angry. It's just you giving your power away. So you had to take your power back. I feel like they tried to dodge accountability every which way when you brought this up with them. Tried to dodge it out. They did not want to take responsibility for it, did not want to admit to what it actually was, the reality of it. And perhaps for a time, when what came of that was like, you know what, well then we're going to have some space. It was like, if you don't want to change, I'm not going back to the way things were, so we really don't have anything to talk about. It's like you had to give this person time. It's like you kind of had to give them time alone. You had to give them time to realize what life was like without you. So that they could really see that, okay, this is what it is then. This is what your choices are leading to. You're choosing not to acknowledge things. You're choosing not to change. So now you don't have me in your life. And that's a choice that you made. And doing this, taking this time out, confronting them, having this distance, stepping back, this is actually a gift that you are giving this person. I know that sounds really strange, but it's true. It's a gift to help them grow. If they can pull their head out of their arse and out of their ego enough to really hear what you had to say, and to really truly think about it and ask those whys, they will actually attain some personal growth and become more mature themselves, more emotionally mature. You had to lay these burdens back because you were carrying these burdens. That was part of it being one-sided and you always having to compromise or do what other folks wanted to do. This other side of things, always having to give, never having it reciprocated. And then you're just carrying all the burdens yourself. You had to give the burdens back to who they belong to. You shouldn't have had to carry them for that long. And it's like respecting yourself enough now, recognizing your own self-worth. It was a golden opportunity for you to do some personal growth too. Yeah, your strength. It took a lot of strength to speak out to this person. Because like I said, like there is a loving connection between you and whoever this is. Whether this is a lover, or whether this is a family member or a close friend. And you are like the Sun card. You're like that little beam of hope, that little beam of light that can help show the way. The Ten of Cups. So you can, the path that you've taken is the path that can offer happiness in this situation. It can offer resolution. It can offer change. It can offer growth. Four of Wands. Yeah, a stable foundation for a future. You got to be open. You got to be honest. Everybody has to respect each other, right? Relationships, they have to be an even back and forth where things are reciprocated. And what you're doing is setting that groundwork. You're offering that path. I keep getting pulled to look at the Sun card. You'd like you shining that light. This is the beacon in the dark. This is the way, showing the way, leading the way, being a leader in this relationship with whoever this person is. Spirit, can you please bring me more here? I do get that you have, it feels like you have other people in this situation. I keep getting that with the Devil card. I don't know if these are your family members or their family members, if you guys are not actually family, but I do get there's other people involved, and I keep getting from the Ten of Pentacles very clearly the word family. And this may be part of where the conflict lies, and that unfairness is people maybe weren't treated fairly. Or there were different expectations for different people. I keep getting that there's something to do with, like, there's other energies and there's family. Temperance. Temperance is about balance too, guys. connections. You have other, oh, and see, that would make sense then. Then these other connections, these are some very selfish connections. So they don't want equality because they always want the better end of things. I keep getting like they want for themselves. They want to keep for themselves. They want to catch the better end of the stick here. They like it when you compromise or you give because they win for it. But they're not the person who, I gotta tell you, they're not the person who you're necessarily arguing with or who the cards are talking about. But they're also involved in the situation too. Spirit, can you please give me more clarification on how this is all going? Four of Pentacles. It's like, they don't want to share. They don't want to share. So I don't know if they don't want to share this person's attention or love, or if this has something to do with like inheritance or like some, you know, because there's situations like that out there too. And so they're worried that if you have a close relationship with this person, they're going to wind up losing something in the end. I just get told with that Four of Pentacles, they don't want to share. These energies don't want to share. And they're very, very closely watching the situation between you and this person too. They're keeping an eye on what's going on. Two of Cups. Trying to offer advice or trying to get in between the two of you. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's like somebody's getting possessive over this other person. This person you're having the problem with, this person that you've put the distance in between. Are you just like, I get that you just refuse to get pulled into this pissing match, this pissing war, whatever it is, a tug of war with this person. I just get that you've like turned your back on the whole thing because it's just, like I say, it's been drama and it's been heartache for you. And whoever this person is who you've stepped away from, you've said all this to, whether they want to admit it or not, they've played into this, and so they've created the situation as well. And they are quite responsible for how things have gone. I feel like that's not something they wanted to admit to or not something they were ready to hear. But you've had to kind of take this higher road and go like, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. That's not a thing that's going to happen. So if you and I are going to have a relationship, things are going to have to be fair. Things are going to have to be even. I'm not getting sucked into this crap anymore. And Ten of Swords. Spirit, can you please clarify these last couple cards for me? What do they mean for the collective? Knight of Cups. Ooh, and that one too off the top. The High Priestess. So that would make sense too. Because we had that serendipity, we had the fates coming forward, and it was like this sense of other things needing to happen or other things happening in the background. And this person sort of needing time to maybe experience things or see things for themselves. There's certain things, I get told with the Moon card, there's stuff that you don't know about. There's things that you don't know that are happening right now behind the scenes in this situation. And part of it is the universe bringing it around to sort of show this person, I get to show them what the truth is. It's like you offered them that opportunity to hear the truth and to see the truth when you spoke it out. They weren't ready. So you had to kind of step back. I feel like now the universe is bringing forward situations or a situation to show this person. Well, here it is. It's in your face now. Have a look. This is what it is. Even Spirit's working on your side to help you mend with this person. Because like I said, you deeply care for them. They do genuinely deeply care for you. They just got their head up their arse about this thing. You actually have Spirit working on your side and trying to work with you to help this person see what reality is. So that they can actually find those conclusions themselves. They can grow and they can come to you and you guys can have a mending. Because there is possibility for amending in this situation. I will tell you that. But it's like this person needs to do their part. This person needs to find that for themselves. And part of that is recognizing their responsibility in all of this. You know, they can't go, yes, you have other family members who are trying to manipulate the situation and who are trying to kind of cut you out and who are being selfish and wanting to keep this person for themselves and the attention and the love and possibly the money for themselves. But this person is allowing that to happen, and that's what they need to recognize too. You can't point the finger and go blaming everybody else. That person has made choices and they've allowed themselves to buy into that and to act foolish and to pretend to be blind to it all. Because I feel like they were just like, you were imagining things, or they were like, that's not true. That person would never do that. That's not happening. You're absolutely right, though. You saw the situation for what it was. You are absolutely right. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this person has... So this person's put themselves in an 8 of Swords because it's more comfortable than facing the truth, and it's more comfortable than challenging the dynamic that's going on. Because whoever these other people are, if this person then sees what you're talking about, like really truly sees, and confronts the situation with them, these people are going to have such a freaking fluff up. They're going to get a bug up their arse. It's going to be just this whole to-do. And I'm going to tell you, that is partly why this person is avoiding recognizing the truth, because they don't want to fluff up there. They don't want to have to deal with the conflict. So there is a part of them deep down that knows. If they're doing that, I got to tell you, there is a part of them deep down that knows that what you're saying is true. They just don't want to admit it out loud to themselves because they don't want to have to deal with it. So they're choosing to live in the 8 of Swords. We all know the 8 of Swords is like a choice. That's a mind trap you create for yourself. This person's created a little 8 of Swords for themselves. Spirit, can you please tell me more about this situation for the collective? You are getting told to keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, like, you've taken the right path. You've set the groundwork for a positive change. You've made the space for it. You can't coax this person onto the path. That's something that they have to do for themselves. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Yeah. Only the truth will bring balance back to this relationship with you and this person. You need to hear them acknowledge the truth out loud. That's what I got told. You need to hear them say it and acknowledge what was actually going on. It needs to be said out loud. That will help to bring the balance back. Not just them speaking it to you, but them speaking it to these other people too. It needs to be outed. I feel like it's kind of been hidden or ignored for so long, or we've tried to just pretend like it doesn't exist. But that's what's made the problem. That's what's allowed the situation to fester. This is something that just needs to be out. You gotta shine the light on it. I'm going to want to just keep standing your ground. It may take time for this to come around. Like I said, I keep getting that there is other things happening that you don't know about, where the universe is actually making situations for this person to see these people's true intentions and sort of what's going on, and to admit it out loud to themselves. What's actually happening, to really face that ugly truth, to face that they've allowed it to go on. They've created a situation where it could all go like this, where you got shoved out of things, because it was either you step back and you get cut out of all of this, or you just eat crap. That was basically what it came down to. You're just going to keep eating it and getting more and more miserable, or you got to just spew it all out there, say what it is, and step back. They didn't give you much of a choice. You didn't have much of a choice there. And that's something it's a conclusion that they need to come to themselves. 3 of Pentacles. And that you didn't say all this stuff to them to be mean. You said it to try and change the situation because you care for them enough and you value them enough that you wanted to keep having a connection, but you couldn't do it the way it was. So you are emotionally more mature than this person. So there we got the King of Cups, we got the Page of Cups. You're offering them a branch to grow. You're offering them a branch to become a better person of themselves, to emotionally evolve, to be able to change. You're more that Empress nurturing energy, that higher thinking. Absolutely. And you're trying to give this person a chance to do that themselves. And that's what's happening here. And the universe is working with you too, to try and give this person a wake-up call and to help them evolve and grow too, because they're not happy with the way the situation is. They are not happy not having a close relationship with you. That hurts them too. But part of that is recognizing that they caused that. Their behavior and their choices caused that. And they have the power to fix it. Right? That's what all of this is about. The power is in their hands. If they want that close relationship with you, they can have it. They have the power to change things. It's not going to be easy for them, but that's part of their personal growth and is part of their journey to walk. You've done the right thing for your journey and for your path. And like I said, you've prepared the way. You've prepared the way for things to be the way you want them to be, to have that 10 of Cups, to have happiness, to have balance. You've set the groundwork for it. You've done everything you can do, like chopped wood. You've done your part. Now it's up to somebody else to do theirs. So keep sticking to your guns, keep sticking to your path, and allow the universe to now work on your behalf and to try and help change come forward. Alrighty guys, that's your read. Take care.